Good morning, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in the world. My name is E.L. George Wilson, and this is my YouTube channel, Financially Black 419. I'm here because I've been down this journey since about 2015 when I discovered a company called Carrot Bars, and I was educated on precious metals, primarily gold and silver, and the importance of it and how that can change our lives financially. Um, Within that time frame I was in that company, I was introduced to a few people that were in the crypto space, which really caught my eye. And I've learned so much about finances, about cryptocurrency, precious metals, our economic system, um, our fiat currency. And so recently, around 2019, 2020, during the pandemic, I started going down this rabbit hole of passive income plays. So, in doing that journey, I've finally gotten to the point where I feel I can educate and I can help people to change their financial trajectory in their family and their households. I'm not a financial advisor. I do not hold any special licenses or SEC certificates or anything of that nature. Um, Basically, I'm just a guy on YouTube that's documenting his journey and trying to build a legacy for my kids, for my family, for my future. And hopefully I can show other people and help them do the same. I'd like to build a community of like-minded individuals that want to also operate financially in the black, and to help you understand how this space operates. I'm not here to advise you and tell you what to do. I'm not here to um, make any decisions for you, because understand something. First and foremost, nobody makes decisions for me. When somebody makes a decision for you, they're making it based on their own personal knowledge. And if they don't know enough about your situation, they honestly can't give you the right information based on your information. They don't have it. It's not enough. So what you have to do is take into consideration what your personal situation is, what your personal finances is, what your income is, what your expenses are, and look at what you have to, after that, to invest and to put into passive income so that you can grow your means. And that's the long and short of it. Um, it starts with mindset. And first and foremost, you have to understand um, what's possible. You have to believe that it's possible, and you have to believe that it's possible for you. That's simply what it is. The stock market has been around for hundreds of years, but we're not taught in school how to operate in the stock market. Forex market has been around just as long. We haven't been taught. Now we have the crypto market, and that's been around since about 2009. And they're all three $1 trillion um, situations. So it's just a matter of learning little by little, taking your time, understanding it piece by piece. Some of you are going to run real fast, and some are going to have to walk. And my particular passion is in helping people get from A to Z. I'll hold your hand. I'll give you any information you have, answer questions, um, Zoom calls, personal Zoom calls. Excuse me. Set it up with you and or your family, and um, let's get this thing rocking. Um, this is a great time for this information to come out. There's been a wealth transfer happening for the last 10, 15 years, and now it's speeding up and coming to fruition. The difference is where you're going to be and what are you going to do to change your situation. As simple as that. And it's really not difficult. And by difficult, I mean it's like tying your shoes. If you don't know how to tie your shoes, you'll get frustrated. It's hard. But once somebody shows you and you do it over and over and over again, now you can do it with your eyes closed. This crypto space, it may seem like, as I'm giving the information, it may seem like I'm a genius or just somebody that it just came to me. It is a passion of mine. It is something that I enjoy, but at the same time, I had to learn it like anyone else. And the thing is, some of the things that I learn, I catch real quickly because I already have previous information. So just think about it in terms of, if you're new, just come to the channel and get the information. Don't worry about putting any money in. Don't worry about spending any money. That's not your concern at that time. If you're ready to put some money in, I can explain to you the different platforms that I invest in, and that I put my money into, that generates income. And again, that's all your decision. Don't make any decisions based on me or anybody else telling you you have to or you should or this and that. Just make your own personal decisions, but get educated first. That's my number one thing. I want to educate as much as I can to as many people as I can, and let's get a community together where we can all share information and work together to grow and come up with ideas, and start. Once you get the money, once the money comes running in for you, then you have some other decisions. Do you want to travel more? Do you want to get a bigger house, a nicer car? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to seed someone else's business? There are a lot of things to do. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stigma around having a lot of money. Sometimes people say money is the root of all evil. The truth is, the pursuit of money is the root to all evil. And the reason that I don't look at money the same is because I've realized money is not the true goal. Money is a tool. Just like your car is not the true goal. The goal is to get from A to B. Sometimes faster, sometimes with less headache than the bus. Maybe you live in a city where you don't need a car at all. You got Uber, you got bus, you got trains. Maybe you live on an island where you don't have to go that far. So walking is all you need. Don't need the car. So it's the same thing with money. Maybe you need a little bit of money just to breathe a little more. Maybe you need, a lot of money so that because you have some big dreams that you want to fulfill. Maybe you want to do something for your children and make sure they have a legacy down the road. And so whatever your goal is, at the end of the day, you need to get a little bit of money. Okay? And you need to learn how to make money while you sleep. Because the truth is, even though we have our jobs and we have our businesses, as we can see in the last almost 10 years, just in this short bit of time, we've had 2008 housing market crash. We've had banks that closed because they over leveraged, took your money and put it onto the stock market and made some bad bets, and they lost some of your money. Then we had a pandemic where the whole world shut down for 2 years. Well, the U.S. shut down for 2 years, but the whole world shut down at some point. Had a lot of lost soldiers, a lot of family members that are gone because of that. And now we're sitting in a situation, I don't care what your political views are. At the end of the day, if you work for the federal government and you thought that was a lifetime job, you found out there's a way that you can lose that job for no reason at all, or shut down when a couple folks that aren't in a situation that is going to hurt them make a decision and to shut down. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on and all that other stuff. The bottom line is, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm a humanitarian. I'm a human. I don't want to see people suffer, period. Okay? So, that's for another channel. Over here, we're about making some money. We're about elevating our families and our communities. And that's all I'm about. So, if you want to get some more information, tune into the channel, subscribe for me. Like the channel if there's some good information for you. Share it if you know some people that need this information, this advice. Okay, and sometimes you just need uplifting. You just need to know that there's something else out there versus what you're doing currently. You may have a job that you love, but it's not making enough money. You might have a job that's making a good money, but it's not what you love. Sometimes you want to fulfill your particular passion, and you just don't have a vehicle to do it. Maybe you need a couple dollars to put in the bank to grow so that you can go and fulfill that passion. Maybe you want to start a nonprofit. Maybe you don't want to do the headaches of getting the nonprofit status, but a couple nonprofits you want to do some programs with. I remember back in the day, I had an idea for kids to get into ping pong. So a friend of mine that has a nonprofit, shout outs to Miss V, at Valuable Blessings. What I did was I worked with her, and I went to one of the rec centers and got with some of the kids. They broke out the ping pong table, and we just started playing ping pong. as I did my research, I didn't realize ping pong was such a huge industry. So because of my job, when my status changed and I had a different schedule, and I started going out of town more because I was a bus operator, still am. I couldn't do that any longer, and that was one of the things that's one of the things that drives me in wanting to be successful in this industry, in this space, is because I want to have the time to actually dedicate. Excuse me. I want to have that time to dedicate to passion projects. I want to travel. I want to see my kids do great things. But more importantly, I want to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it from wherever I want to do it. And once I have that type of freedom, sky's the limit. So sit back, relax. Let's have some conversations. You know, we can do some videos, we can do some Zoom calls, we can do some phone calls. Just reach out if you have any questions as you watch the videos. Just type in any questions that you have. Reach out to me and send a question. Maybe I need to do a video on it. Maybe I just need to talk to you one on one, and get it done. But I'm gonna have some fun with this ride. So love you guys, and stay tuned. See you on the other side. Thank you.